Start streaming.
Alright. I'm gonna restart it because, like, the opening movie shows... It's a little bit different since it's Leon's disc.
Yeah, it shows a different half of events.
Yep.
Are we live?
Are we live?
Yes. We're live.
We're live.
Should probably tweet about this. I had something I was going to talk about, and I just don't remember. So that's pretty cool. My memory is terrible. I also just, like, you know, I woke up today after staying up for that, like, 38-hour binge of not sleeping, and I felt like I was dreaming the whole day. So that was pretty wild.
Oh. It's not over.
It's never over.
Were you gonna talk about Resident Evil?
Feel like I was, but I have no idea what's going on anymore, or what year it is. It's 2018, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Excellent.
So now we're starting with Leon B. What was Leon doing the entire time Claire was running around? Now it's time to find out.
The answer is basically nothing important.
In the midst of the T virus,
Is that an accurate answer?
in Raccoon City,
Yeah.
Excellent.
Claire Redfield succeeded in escaping from the city, along with one of the only other survivors.
I've been practicing Remake,
young
and
girl
I'm
named
confident
Shay.
in my ability to do it without a walkthrough.
Yay.
However, behind their escape,
Except for the fact that I'm going to look up the... Well, except for the fact that I've memorized all the potential codes for the V-Jolt door, because I just don't care. I don't like doing that stupid lantern puzzle.
Yeah.
And in a Remake, as far as I know, the combination is always some combination of 3, 6, and 5. So, you know. Like, those are the only numbers available, but it can be like 535 or 536 or some shit.
Yeah, does it change every game?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
It changes between a set of like predetermined options. So it's always one of this list of like numbers involving those three numbers. That way they can reorganize it easily, I guess. Like different lanterns will have a different number corresponding with them every playthrough. But I just don't care, so I just got the numbers memorized.
This opening cutscene is mostly the same with Leon.
The crazy guy bit me.
Man, what a mess. What could have done this?
What could have done this?
But why?
But
What was that? What are these things? All right, that's far enough.
I guess I'll talk about it on stream a little bit. I saw Solo, the Star Wars story today, and it was fine. I've adopted to calling it the paint by numbers Star Wars story because
What's up with that guy? That was
it was good, like it was fine, but everything that happened was like, oh yeah, this is gonna happen. Then it happens.
So it's pretty predictable?
Yeah, kinda. Like,
Wait,
there's a character who you see immediately and you're like, they aren't gonna be
We can't stay out here.
friendly
Head to the police station. It'll
by
be
the
a
end of
lot
this movie
safer.
in some way. If they're not outright dead by the end of this movie. Surprise, surprise. They are one or the other. That's all I'll say. It's fairly predictable.
Okay.
Actually, I guess I was about to say there's two characters like that, really. At least.
What's going on? I arrived in town.
Yeah, I
and the
haven't
whole
seen
place
trailers for
wasn't
it
changed.
for anything, so I'm not
You're
sure. I know, I just know it's about Solo.
The trailer looks predictable as well. I won't lie.
Leon Kennedy. Nice to meet you.
Okay, here's how like predictable it is, considering it's a prequel, but it's with an established character. They give him a love interest, But in episode 7, we find out he has a daughter with Leia. So obviously,
Sure.
that just doesn't make sense. Like, from a logical
Better
standpoint,
take it with you.
we know this isn't gonna be okay by the end of the movie in some way.
Yeah.
I guess that's a spoiler, but I mean, come on. If you've never seen a Star Wars movie before, and you didn't realize Han ended up with Leia, then, I mean,
Yeah.
what are you watching Solo a Star Wars story for?
Peace.
I don't harp on that too much, because that's just like a, you know, a story for you. But oh, how predictable. Oh, they gave him a love interest, but we know that he's not the one he ends up with in like 10 years. So
Yeah.
obviously they part on bad terms, or she dies, and
Head to the station.
something like that happens.
Okay.
That's the only spoiler I was really comfortable talking about, because it's like, no shit.
Yeah. At the same
Same
place.
time, at the same place. You have to survive this nightmare. But they somehow never actually cross each other's path until, oh, to the true end.
Oh, hi.
Until predetermined moments.
So we're starting on the other side now.
The other side.
Break on through to the other side. Break on through. We're going to the police station through the back way. Hi, how you doing? It's too bad I can't step on him like I can in Silent Hill.
Just pull out the knife like in 4. Eh.
Eh,
Eh.
eh.
Oh, I can't wait to play that game again. I don't have to practice that one. Actually, maybe I do, because I haven't played it in 60 frames as much as I had in 30.
Maybe I can just juke around these guys.
Easy. Easy jukes.
Juke, 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 because I'm not coming back out here.
Juke, juke, juke.
It's useless now. Now, Leon is great because he gets the shotgun.
Because he's hot. I mean, he gets the shotgun.
Yeah, because he's hot.
That's what I said. He gets the shotgun. He gets the shotgun.
So that noise means that if you try to open this door again, it'll just be an endless...
Zumbimbo.
Yeah.
Is it endless? I thought it was like it'll happen once and he'll just refuse to open the door.
Will it?
I think he just refuses to open the door
Oh.
because he's like, or at least he warns you about it.
Let me
He's
try.
like, there's no end to this amount of zombies.
Okay, I thought it was just like if you kept opening the door, it kept happening.
My
Hi.
memory could be faulty. I cannot make promises.
Get off me.
That's my ankle, thank you.
So let's see. Alright, yeah, he does.
Yeah, it's too dangerous. Go back outside. And then he just won't do it, like the dog in the first game with the door.
Okay.
I got a text message. I'm gonna read it on stream. Unless it's sensitive. Then I guess I won't. It is a friend of mine sending me her grades. I don't know why, but it's what she did. Also, the first assignment she turned in for that semester was late, apparently. So even though you don't know anything about them, you can laugh at her. Haha. Turned in an assignment late.
Oh, it's a helicopter.
Hey, get over here!
The wiki says that this officer's name is the guy who wrote that report about, like, the ammo or whatever.
Oh, okay.
The one who was like, we're gonna go out through the sewer and then put this key somewhere that we couldn't logically put it,
Stay back! Don't come any closer!
and we're running out of ammo, but I'm gonna spray my MP5 like no one's fucking business over here. And I can't aim, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna shoot that guy.
You shoot the helicopter guy, and then...
So when this happens, why is it a woman's scream for Claire?
Because the scream was the mayor's daughter
Oh, what?
in Chief Iron's office.
So it just so happens to happen at this moment?
Well, no, because when you go up there, it's already on, like...
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's either on fire, we just put the fire out, and then we go near it, and we hear the woman scream.
That's right.
And that's the chief killing her. Oh, I know what's gonna happen.
Stars.
What?
Stars.
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 Stars 1.0.
Or you can just give him a really nerdy voice, like, actually, my name is Mr. X. I wish you wouldn't make jokes about that, like, to me like that. It's really rude. You have no reason to say that to me. I'm a little uncomfortable with how easy it is for me to do that voice. I can just pull it out in a moment's notice, and it's no effort from me at all.
I heard liquor noises, so...
Time to leave. Goodbye.
Time to leave.
So long. Farewell.
I unlocked it. Not sure what the best way to go is with him. I don't remember. I think the valve is down here, though. I think.
Sure, I remember the B scenario badly.
Yeah.
I really have no good memory of the B scenario, besides the fact that Mr. X chases you, and I'm pretty sure you kick his ass in the lava at the end?
Mm-hmm.
Or is that just the rail shooter?
You kick his butt.
Okay.
Shove him into lava.
Yeah.
And he, like, Leon gives the one-liner. Claire does too, but Leon just says the one-liner and then he shoots the rocket launcher.
Yeah, but it's better when Leon does it.
Yeah. Hi, how you doing?
I am doing fine.
There's the valve.
Hello, Valve.
Team Fortress 2. Let's see. Oh, he's trying to come in. Look at that. How cute. He thinks he's smart.
I'll corner him in the office. He'll never get me. Oh my god, it has unlimited ammo.
We just wanted to welcome you to the RPD.
Have a good first day.
Shotgun shells. Police station map. Yes. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go use the valve now. Boop. Although if I do that, that means evilness is gonna happen.
Well, it is resident in this area.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm ching. Excuse me, everybody. Evil birds. Alright, the moment I do this, the badness is gonna happen, so... Actually, I'm gonna cheat a little bit. There we go. On the legit run, I won't do any save states or anything.
I will not be safe stating for any of the games. Oh, okay. I will not be safe stating for the two games I like.
Yeah.
I might, depending on how it goes on the console, I might bust out an emulator for it.
Yeah. Because Code Veronica is evil. More evil than any of the games combined.
I don't know. 6 is pretty bad.
What's
Out of the
happening?
classic games, though? Yeah, I agree.
Hello. Meet Nemesis 1.0.
Also known as Mr. X.
Unlike Nemesis, though, he does not say a word.
Also, he doesn't have a rocket launcher.
No. Also, we can no longer go out there.
Ever
Also,
again.
You can hear the footsteps.
Is this the bit where he, Well, I guess I'll see.
There he
Nope.
is!
Hey, buddy, how's it going? How you doing over here? Hey.
Takes a
Hey,
lot of ammo.
I'm just gonna kill you, okay? I hope you don't mind. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm tired. Good night.
Good night. He always carries ammo on him.
Sounds like Nemesis.
Yep. I think next time it's shotgun shells or something. Yeah, we'll go this way. And then
And then...
he's not dead.
That hurt. This is whack, dude. And someone was like, what if we took Mr. X but had him basically consistently always follow you? And someone else was like, hey, easy sequel. Slap that bitch and get it out next year.
Yep.
Then it happened, I'm pretty sure. It was out by 2000 for sure.
And then give him tentacles and a rocket launcher.
And then just turn him into a blob. That's right, you heard me. A blob.
It'll be great.
And then you'll shoot him with a railgun. I don't know why it's a railgun, but you'll shoot him with it. And then you'll die.
I don't know if I can pick that
I would have loved this image because at one point you like you cut him up or crush him or some shit. I would have loved to see this image of him just hopping along the ground trying to find her.
Stars.
You just hear a little stars coming from the little cubes, Nemesis cubes.
Yeah. I think there's a save box in here. Yeah.
Saves.
Alright, I'm gonna drop some of my stuff off.
Drop everything. No weapons run.
Let's see. Don't need that right now. We don't have the shotgun yet. I'm carrying the rocket launcher because Mr. X. More handgun bullets. Secretary's Diaries. I think you've read this one already.
I've for sure read this one already, and I'm not doing it again.
Yeah, just zoom past all that. I'll take the small key. Sure. Okay, let me run back to that one room, because I think there was a key there. Oh, blue card key. That's right, we need it to unlock the... Oh, I knew that was gonna happen.
Surprise!
Surprise! I broke the skylight. Tee-hee. Oh, there's more ink ribbons right here, so let's pick those up. Okay, I'll keep a hold on that. Think there's liquors out here? Nope, just zombies. I can hear them. They're all over there for some reason.
This is the cool corner. You're fucking lame, Leon. Heh heh.
Because we haven't done this in a while. is next?
It's me! It's me. I would like to die.
They're very silly.
Just hang on, I'm making my way. I'll be there soon.
Boom.
Oh, that was loud. Kill them all!
Kill them all! I'm just gonna pick this up. Unicorn medal! I believe this door will be locked. Yep.
Library.
So we gotta go unlock it with the card key! Hooray!
Let's go, card key.
What's this?
A shotgun.
Shotgun!
Because you don't get it from Dude Man in this run.
Nope.
But you do in A run. As in, like, the letter A, not like
Yeah.
the beginning of a the beginning, like, not. Fuck the English language, holy crap.
Unlocked. Unlocked.
Unlock it.
And unlocked. Okay! Don't think I have any more. Oh, yeah, I do. I have more room. Pick up the ink ribbon. I'm gonna go ahead and use it for right now.
How could you?
How could I? Hall.
Excuse me?
Hall. It's the hall.
Oh, right, yeah. That's right. That's what they call this kind of room, isn't it?
Let's see.
That caught me off guard a little bit.
Thank you for the key. I'll take the precinct key. Hooray!
The precinct key.
Precinct.
Precinct.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that door leading to what's his name, Marvin.
Marvin.
I think that door is already locked. Cause he locked it when Claire went in there.
Because
Yep.
he did. Which is honestly kind of anticlimactic on this run, since, you know, you think it'd make more sense thematically for Leon the cop to find the cop, but you know, whatever. We're not going to talk about how the non-canon run is thematically less appropriate or anything. I'm sorry. I'm getting into design talk.
It's okay. Oh yeah, we read this one already too.
No, but seriously, like thematically, that's less appropriate, really.
Yeah, Leon should be the one because it's like,
He's a cop, you know.
well, that and like they were waiting for him to arrive because they were gonna throw that party for him, so they know who
yeah.
he is.
That's what I'm talking about, because they're also both cops, and it's his first day. Like, thematically, in terms of themes and story, makes a lot more sense for Leon to be the one to find him.
Yeah. I'm gonna save my shotgun until I can have some more bullets to play around with.
I wouldn't, since you're doing Leon A, Claire B, legit, I wouldn't even worry about it.
Yeah, that's true. Alright. I don't think Mr. X pops up for a little bit, so I think we're okay. Oh, hey. What do you think you're doing? Yay. Use the small key.
There's a horror game that came out I think today,
Oh?
and I'd like to play it, and I probably will play it, but I don't know if I'd ever make it like a thing for streaming, because it takes place in hell, and does it not in a cartoonish manner, but in an incredibly graphic manner.
Ooh.
Because, you know, it's hell, and by text basis, hell is a terrible, horrifying place,
Yep.
and not a cartoony red place with some fire, you know?
Yeah.
So it's gory and bloody, and there's a lot of references to just downright terrible, awful things, and I think there's some nudity in it. because, you know, lust is a part of hell.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I'd like to play it, but boy, am I just not sure. I'd have to have a hotkey ready for the lewd censorship image, and
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
And you'd have to have kind of an idea of where you'd have to censor it to.
Yeah, and I think, given that it takes place in hell, I'm guessing some of the enemies are just gonna be like, you know, like Outlast had some enemies that just went after you in the buff.
Yep.
But with Outlast, it was so, like, downplayed that you pretty much could get away with it as long as you didn't just stare at their junk.
Buddy!
Buddy! That guy actually covered his dick.
Mm-hmm.
It was the twins who didn't. I know. I've seen it a lot. 5 times, in fact. I've played that game so many times.
And then Whistleblower was a bit worse, from what I've heard.
You see the main characters just right in front of you.
Eh.
Which is terrifying, because it's on a saw blade, so it's about to get his dick cut in half, and that's like, oh no. Please, no. Poor K.
Okay. Hi, how you doing?
Hey, how's it going? And the twins, too, they ran around with nothing on.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, I think it'd probably be less obscured in that game I'm talking about, because, you know, it takes place in hell, so that would just be part of the horror.
Yeah.
Hell. And I don't even feel like it wouldn't be fitting, or it'd be like an obligatory attempt to be shocking, because it's in hell. So, I mean, it kind of makes sense. Like, they wouldn't censor themselves in hell.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be like, oh, you know what, I better slap on this loincloth.
Because there's
I'm
small
a-
children around.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to put on this bra to chase down that man who showed up in hell to kill him. I mean, it would make a little bit. I mean, I wouldn't complain about it if that was the choice they made as well. But considering they didn't, I get it. Just like in Outlast, it serves to basically just make you supremely uncomfortable, and it does.
Yeah.
So I'll probably play through it on my own and see what happens. And I don't know.
See if it's worth, like, censoring it.
It has mixed reviews, but I think that's just people not understanding the game, which sounds really pompous, I know, but like that happens a lot with some horror games.
Yeah.
They kind of misconstrue certain design decisions as just being bad when it's more for the effort of making the game a little bit scarier. So I want to try it, but depending on how it rolls out, I might not. Stream it? Maybe record it? I don't know. I don't know how much I want to... That'd be a lot of editing. Probably. It's also like 26 bucks right now, so I gotta get it. The user-defined tags are horror, nudity, gore, demons, and sexual content. Now, I'm guessing at least a couple of those are exaggerated, because it is a video game rated by the ESRB. But they don't seem very memey, because usually user-defined tags are just, like, memes. I don't want that to be the case.
Not there, then. I'll see reviews on there, and a lot of people will say they don't like a game, and it's because they don't get, like, the context or whatever, you know?
Yeah, like the context behind the design decisions and the influence behind them. Like, I get that sometimes bad design is just bad design, but there's also certain points where what seems like bad design might have some context in the game that makes it just a little bit less jarring and bad. Like, bad controls are never like weren't originally a deliberate design choice, but it definitely improved a lot of older horror games. And to the point where some newer horror games, you know, use that deliberately because it works. I think that was something, that's from my point of view, that's something Dreadout did, was intentionally kind of limit the controls because it makes things a little bit scarier.
Yeah.
When you have an actual means to defend yourself.
Yeah, Dreadout was really good in that regard.
It made a lot of good decisions in the effort of being creepy.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's a lot to be said negatively about that game. I think it's pretty alright, just from what I've played a little bit of and seen it. But there is a lot to be said in a negative context about some of those design decisions, but if nothing else, they serve to be scary.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember, because I played the whole thing except for the DLC that came out.
Well, because, like, you couldn't turn very fast. You were very slow overall.
Yeah.
Like, very sluggish. But you also had just a death machine via smartphone in your pocket. That is a demon with breasts. This game gives no fucks. I'm watching this isn't a trailer. Alright. Well, that would be difficult. Maybe I'll watch some Let's Plays and see how other people handle it. Because if, like, bigger people manage to handle it, maybe we could get away with some of it.
Yeah. YouTube might be like, what are you doing?
I might pull $30 out of my saving account to pop it though, because it looks pretty cool. And I haven't played a AAA horror game since January of last year.
Oh.
When Resident Evil 7 came out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a little lacking on the horror, you know.
Didn't you get The Evil Within 2?
Fuck, that was October, wasn't it? Goes to show you how lasting that game's impression was on me. I keep meaning to make a follow-up video about the second game. I just haven't gotten around to it yet because I was working on the Echo Knight review and starting my in hindsight review series, which will be the thing I focus on primarily.
Yeah.
But I want to make a follow-up video because The Evil Within 2 improves on a lot. But I might need to replay it because I don't remember fucking anything. Okay, so I guess still since October. It's May now, almost June.
Yeah.
AAA horror, and this is actually not even AAA. This is independent. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I mean, like, big budget maybe, or I don't know. Like since October, all I've been playing is like small scale, like 2D horror games of sorts.
Yeah.
And I think I could use like a big hype train kind of thing.
Chris's diary. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been on a hype train for a game.
I haven't even personally been on the hype train. I just know other people were.
I don't remember the last time I was like super excited for a game. Oh, I can't get the first aid kit. Sad. I don't think there's anything else in here. Nothing suspicious or out of the ordinary.
They haven't had to censor much of this game at all, either, from what I hear. So, which, from my understanding, is more of a sign of the rating systems having more of an understanding of how to rate things than anything. Because you know, with ratings, it's always been kind of a weird thing where hello, child.
Hey, wait.
We've seen a lot of these cutscenes, so it's like I'll just keep talking about my unrelated tangent.
Yeah.
A lot of the ESRB rating, as an American, the only one I know is the ESRB. There's a pretty fun video I've watched that explains some of the intricacies of other rating boards, though.
Leon!
If you want to find that, it's on the Super Bunny Hop YouTube channel. It's a really good video, and everything he makes is amazing. So you should go watch that shit.
Yeah, you just missed her.
Because it's better than anything I'll ever make. Super Bunny Hop.
For her to stay here alone. Leon, I'll go look for her. You go and find us a way out of here.
And he did a video just
But before I forget,
talking about like
radio.
why there's different ratings and there's no unified rating system and some of the cultural differences. But from my perspective with the ESRB, they've had a
I'll go look for her.
major miscalculation on a lot of games, I think. And a lot of things get kind of rated bad, like rated down without acknowledgement of the context behind it. Like, violence is something pretty heavily looked, I don't know, like looked stigmatized maybe in the ESRB. But like really like manhunt level violence, I mean, you know, where it's like really graphic and not portrayed in a cartoony manner. Like in Manhunt, he just grabs a paper bag and just fucking strangles a dude, and it's like spooky. And obviously, our everything in our country has a big deal about nudity.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised a game like this got rated by the ESRB at all. And they didn't have to censor much at all, which impresses me.
Push the button.
I'm like a kind of a stone wall when it comes to things like that, though, so it wouldn't really bother me.
About censorship?
Oh, let me rephrase. I don't agree with censorship.
Okay.
I'm a brick wall about the things that people try to censor in the interest of, I don't know, like protecting people from things they should just kind of read about ahead of time and know what they're getting into.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying you should be okay with everything a game portrays, but you should definitely know going in that the game is going to portray bad things if it is.
Oops.
And it shouldn't be other people's responsibilities to take what you know personally offends you into account, I guess. Or what, you know, triggers you, whatever phrase you want to use, whatever upsets you for whatever reason. That's kind of your responsibility, I think. So if you didn't like, I don't know, drug use in a game, you would just know to like, the back of the box, it does say drug use. You know, that kind of thing. So all this stuff in this game probably won't bother me very much because I'm fairly unaffected by most things in that regard. I don't get like offended by graphic content in much of anything. I think that's one thing I can say for certain. I mean, I've played a game with dudes chasing you down with machetes with their junk out, so obviously
Yeah.
really doesn't bother me that bad outside of the moment.
There are some games, though, that kind of don't warn you about certain things. Like, they'll kind of hint what those things are with their, you know, their ratings and their warnings and stuff, but, like, when you get into the game, it's just like, oh, okay.
Which is why context should matter for ratings.
Yeah.
Because they should warn you, maybe not out of the context from like so they don't spoil it for you, but they should say like it's rated this because of the context of this stuff. And if any of this context is something that might upset you, you just shouldn't be near, you know, you should avoid this.
Yeah.
I think rating should be less about, you know, okay. Obviously rating should be like, hey, kids probably shouldn't play this. But rating shouldn't be more about, you know, just stopping children from playing things. They should be about like explaining the risk of the context behind everything happening.
Yeah.
So maybe if the person is technically not old enough, but you know, they're like 15, 16, old enough where they could take this context and actually like imagine it. Like there's books in high school that discuss this kind of stuff sometimes. Maybe you should at least explain that so parents aren't just like, oh, partial nudity, porn.
Yeah.
And obviously, so people can be like, oh, sexual content. You know, I'm not really interested. And put it back. Or,
Yeah.
oh, I can't handle that. I'll put it back. I don't know. Ratings, like, lean more towards, like, moral guardians right now than they do actually explaining why the game is considered mature for adults and teen, and not just, like, just... You can give me a list all you want, but without context, I don't know how mature that list actually is.
Yeah, because I'm thinking of one game in particular, the Dreamfall Chronicles, I think it's what it's called. It's on Steam, and it said it had strong language, but there you get to a part in the game, and it's just, like, ridiculous how strong the language is. It's like, wow.
Dreamfall Chronicles?
I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, the point-and-click game?
Yeah. And it just caught us off guard because not only did the previous installments didn't have that kind of language at all, it's just like, just all of a sudden really, really bad, crude language. Like, oh,
And I'm all for people getting to, do that if they want to put that kind of language in their game. But that's why rating should be contextual,
Yeah.
What do we got? I'm on Dreamfall: The Longest Journeys page right now.
Oh,
Blood, strong violence, suggestive themes, and violence. Why? For one thing, what's strong violence and what's violence?
So, Longest Journey, the violence is talking about the combat. So it's not only point and click, but you have to go and, like, if you're playing Chloe, I think that's what her name is, she's a martial artist, so she just punches people. And if you're playing the guy character, I forget what his name is, he's like a knight, so he has a sword, so he stabs people.
Dreamfall Chapters? Is that the...
Chapters, that's what it is. Yeah.
Violence, blood, sexual themes, and strong language.
Yep.
All of those, except for blood, are vague, and even blood could be vague. Because blood and violence, that could be anything from, like, okay, let's look at one thing that I always figured didn't really deserve an M rating. The Halo games are pretty much, as far as I know, ubiquitously just M rated, all the way across the board.
Those are M rated?
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Let me go grab one of the cases. I own them all, because I'm a nerd.
Rated. I thought they were like T for teen. That's
no,
really surprising.
I got Halo 1's remake right here, and it's rated M. Fuck, where's the original version of the first game? There it is. Yeah, M.
For just violence?
Oh, for blood and gore and violence. And as a person who's played them many times, the blood usually gets extended to a small pool around their body, and I mean, like, it looks like someone just dropped the paint, like a paintbrush right there on the floor, and then put their body down. And I'm not saying it should be for everyone, because, you can just fucking shoot humans in the head if you want to. But, like, M, the blood is near minimum, unless you, just melee their bodies for hours.
Yeah, I played Halo 3 with you guys, and I don't remember it being, like, that bad.
No, it's really not. It's like a PG-13 movie,
Yeah.
Like, there's actual movies where the movies, like, elevator pitch is human marines fight aliens. And they've been both R and, like, PG-13.
It's like, I feel like if it's gonna have a rating for M for violence, it should be, like, Outlast type of violence, or...
Yeah. And here's the thing about Halo's M rating, right? The violence is all contextualized as defending the very population of human beings, not going on a murderous rampage to kill innocent bystanders. You're defending your planet. You're defending the human race from extinction.
Just like
with minimal blood and literally no there's no limb decapitations of any there's no no limbs come off, no heads come off.
Yeah, it's...
There's no guts, no one gets fucking impaled or, de-gutted, whatever.
Yes, far as, like, violence goes, for at least for Halo 3, because that's the only one I played,
They're basically all the same, level.
It wasn't that bad.
It's not. There's no reason a teenager shouldn't be able to play that. Like...
Yeah, my 12-year-old niece played Halo when it came out, so...
Because she was 12. There's nothing in that game she hasn't probably seen in movies that are rated like PG. She's old enough to go to see movies that are more violent than that game was or is.
Yeah.
And it's not even contextualized in a particularly bad way. You're not encouraged to kill any humans, and definitely... Sorry, there's one person you're encouraged to kill, and he's shooting you. And there's some, horror movie stuff in a level or 3, but none of it's that violent, because they were going for, a lower tier M rating. It's like a rated T rate, it's like the T rating M. It's...
Yeah, I don't
The
get
rating
it.
system.
It's okay, I don't need handgun bullets.
And you think that, with the right contextualization, you might realize that that kind of low-tier violence against people who are unabashedly just trying to kill you. And yeah, the multiplayer, then you count that in, you do just shoot other people, but they're all wearing armor, it's not violent, and online interactions aren't rated by the ESRB for obvious reasons. So the multiplayer isn't any more violent, and it's still people just trying to kill you.
Yeah,
It's not like they swear more in the multiplayer or anything.
I'm gonna put this here for now. Okay.
Meanwhile, I'm pretty sure Men in Black is twice as violent as Halo 1, and it's
That's-
rated PG-13.
Yeah, it's rated PG-13.
The Avengers is like more violent than that.
Yeah,
It's fucking
I don't get it.
it's ridiculous. Cloverfield is PG-13, and that's literally just a big alien killing people. So it's like,
Oh, come on.
what does poor Halo get roasted? And say what you want about the game, you know, maybe you don't like them, whatever, but that's ridiculous. That means they're tiered up against things like, you know, the Grand Theft Auto games,
Mm-hmm.
and that's just plain out fucking ridiculous. Grand Theft Auto warrants its M rating. Its
Yeah.
violence is all contextualized in a very negative light. The whole thing is just
Yeah.
not. It's deserves to be rated mature, even though the games themselves are distinctly lacking in any kind of maturity. The content is definitely that way, but Halo is like, there are books designed for young adults that feature more of everything they list in like every other medium I can name, geared towards like teenagers,
Mm-hmm.
would be considered an M if it were like in video game form. So I don't know what it is about Halo where they're like, you know what? It's this game. And maybe that's because Halo came out in 2001. But it carried over until, like, I think up until the 4th game?
Mm-hmm.
I think the 5th game was rated T. I think.
Yeah, it's just weird. Hi, he's up on the ceiling. No, he's not.
And then you get, like, there's Shadow the Hedgehog where he, you know, swears a lot, and it's rated E10.
Really?
Yeah, Shadow the Hedgehog is E10.
Like
He
what kind of?
shoots people. He'll say, like, damn and hell, I think.
Okay, but no
They're
F-bombs.
low tier, no F-bombs. Nothing worse than, like, damn or hell. But he also shoots people!
Mm-hmm.
he just shoots dudes, like, straight up. Men are killed by Shadow the Hedgehog in that game. He pulls out a Glock and just shoots a man in his skull.
I'll take that. Take that. Oh my! I killed you!
Not dead enough.
Super liquor, God. I wasn't expecting it because I thought I killed him already in the other room. Thanks, Gabe. Anyway. Yeah, it just
And
seems...
then you get to this, you know, this hell game where, like, it's just straight up, you know, it's hell.
Mm-hmm.
And it gets into the M rating, which it rightfully deserves, no doubt. It's all probably contextualized, and, you know, it's in hell. I mean, that should explain the context to you. The ESRB is fucked, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it just seems really, like... I don't want to say unbalanced, more inconsistent.
Yeah, inconsistent and definitely not taking into effect the things that actually matter.
Yeah.
Because the context behind anything is almost as important, if not more important, than the act itself. I think,
Mm-hmm.
in like a general sense. Like, just take like a movie scene. Someone gets shot, which is an important thing to keep in mind when rating it. A dude just got shot.
Mm-hmm.
But so is the context and the depiction, which are equally as important.
Oh, also, like, for movie ratings, if there's anybody smoking in the movie, it immediately becomes rated R.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
But you can talk about smoking and get a PG-13. The Avengers has a weed joke, and it's PG-13.
Am I going this way? No, I'm not.
Also, you can say fuck once
Mm-hmm.
in a PG-13 movie. If you say it twice, oh, now it's R.
Yeah. I'm just gonna juke around these guys, because I don't care. Oh. Get out of my way. This key is useless now. I have no idea what Resident Evil 2 is rated. I want to say...
Yeah. Because of that.
Yeah. All the explosions.
All the blood and I think it should be rated M, because the context is very deserving of that M, I'd say. I mean, it's not portrayed negatively necessarily, but it's not portrayed in like a... It's all depicted as someone defending themselves, but not... I don't know. I don't know how to...
Yeah. Well, there is a lot of, like, you know, zombies eating people and killing everybody, and then dogs trying to eat you, and, you know.
Yeah. I'd say it's portrayed negatively, but not about the hero. The hero isn't portrayed negatively for the violence, but the violence is definitely considered a negative.
Yeah. Are there puppies down here? No, there's not puppies. There's zombies!
I had to go get my copy out, but I'm pretty sure it's M.
I'd look at the disc, but it is currently unavailable right now. Let's see, which way do I want to go? Let's try... in here? There's at least a map in here. Ooh. Happy herbs. I should combine some of these. Power can be routed, blah blah blah. Up. There you go.
I think movie ratings are probably less boned than game ratings, but neither of them taking the enough consideration the context of things, which is so important.
Yeah, I think.
Go ahead.
I think game ratings are a little more weird than.
For sure.
I gotta go this way.
I think with a movie you see PG-13 and you at least have a decent idea, mixed in with like what trailer you watch. You'd be like, you know, you see the Avengers and you see it's PG-13 and you're like, it's PG-13, but it's like the kind of PG-13 where my like 8-year-old kid could probably still watch it. My hypothetical 8-year-old kid that I don't actually have. Because then I would have had a kid when I was like 11, which I didn't. And then there's the PG-13 where it's like, I think the Mission Impossible movies were PG-13. And in the first one, a dude gets his eyes plucked out by wires in an elevator shaft, so you probably don't want your kid to see that. Which is actually really scary, by the way. He just looks up and these wires, like, I'm pretty sure I remember that happening. And there's like 5 people that die in the first 10 minutes of that movie. Which is pretty great.
I don't think people pay too much attention to ratings anyway, because...
No, they're just like, what kind of movie is this? Oh, my kid can watch that. And they're like, oh my god! That dude just got stabbed in the stomach twice!
Yeah, let's talk about Deadpool in particular.
There's a joke about that in the first movie. I love it.
Oh, really?
Something like that, because you know, it's a superhero movie, right? Quote unquote. And and at one point he stabs a dude twice, and he's like, "I bet you're wondering why I just turned that guy into a fucking kebab."
Oh, that's right. I remember him saying
It's
that.
like, it's rated R. What do you mean? What are you talking about? One, he's profane and violent in the comics, so it's pretty much the source material anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Two, it's rated R. Read the rating on the poster.
I think people just assumed because it was, you know, a...
Yeah, it's like, oh, he's a superhero. My kid's
Yeah.
on him all the time. So they grabbed the 10-year-old who probably reads these, like, you know, the comic books, which are censored to a degree to swear words. So the nature of it is a little less apparent. And then they just sit down with their kid, and then 20 minutes in, there's a sex scene, and they're like, what the fuck? What is this?
Yeah, we saw that in the theaters, and by the end of it, like, parents were ushering their small children out.
Yeah! It's not a movie for small kids!
I'm like, what? Are you crazy?
Because it contextualizes that in such a way where it's like, this guy's clearly insane. We don't care that he's insane.
Well,
it's not portrayed negatively, and it's just he just fucking decapitates dudes and stuff. But I mean,
like, I knew going in because of the trailers and the movie posters, even. You know, it's like, okay, this isn't gonna be a typical, you know.
yeah, it made no pretend, like it didn't pretend to be that way at all.
Mm-mm.
Even the test footage before the movie came out, he decapitates dudes.
Yeah, he's like, he's not really an anti-hero.
Oh no, he is. He is.
He is? Okay.
He's selfish and vain and kind of an asshole, but still generally does the right thing sometimes, even if he does it for reasons that are completely batshit and make no sense and are kind of fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that. When I saw the uniform, I thought you were another zombie.
I think he's actually a little bit more heroic in the movies than he is in the comics.
Ada Wong.
I didn't read any of the comics.
And what are you doing?
It's DC, right? It's not
No,
Marvel?
it's Marvel.
Oh, okay.
He's one of those reporters.
There's a line, there's a mini series or something like that, where he just kind of kills everybody. First, there was first like one or two issues where Deadpool just killed like everyone in the Marvel universe, and then there's like another one or two follow-ups where he just went into like other media and just like other books and just started killing people, down to the point where he like kills people who were trying to kill Moby Dick.
Hmm.
And then Dandy just kills every alternative version of himself.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about that.
I might have told you about it before.
Yeah.
And even though the comics are definitely more, or not like an R rating, the movie derived from material that could be warranting a R rating.
Ada, wait!
Ada, wait!
There's a reason people were like, this movie needs to be rated R. And
Really?
having seen the movie, it would not have worked nearly as well if it was rated PG-13.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been a bad movie if it were PG-13. But the R rating actually really helped that movie, I think. Second one was pretty good too.
Yeah, a couple of my coworkers want to go see that one. They're like,
Pretty good.
Alright. Ooh, blue herb.
I like how this episode of Resident Evil 2 stream just turned into let's debate the fucking
Let me
ESRB
guess.
ratings.
You must be Ben, right?
Our stream would be rated
Get
M.
up, now.
I say fuck a lot.
What do you want?
That's
I'm
okay.
trying to sleep here.
I probably shouldn't, but I say it a lot anyways.
Is this the guy?
I only say it when I'm like really frustrated or angry.
You told
really.
the city officials that you knew something.
I think
about
it adds
what's
to
been going
sentences
on,
in a
didn't
unique
you?
way.
What did you tell them?
Because it can like really flavor up
Who
even
the
a
heck are
boring
you?
word.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying
And you can
to
stick it
find
anywhere
my
in a sentence.
boyfriend. His name's John.
There
He's
is
working for a branch
nowhere in a
office of
sentence that is
Umbrella
grammatically
based in
incorrect.
Chicago,
Almost
who
nowhere in a
suddenly
sentence that is
disappeared 6
grammatically
months ago.
incorrect. to drop the
I
F-bomb.
heard a rumor that he's here in the city.
I don't know anything.
I don't
and
know
even if I
anything.
did, why would I want to tell you?
Okay, I say we leave him in there. Does anyone know
Wowie.
where they put the
He doesn't
key
know
to the
anything.
cell?
I have it right here, officer. But I'm not about to leave this cell. Those zombies aren't the only things crawling around out there.
What was that?
What was that?
Like I said, I'm not leaving this cell.
This dude
Get
gets
out
split in
of
half,
here
doesn't he?
before you lead it right to me.
Hey, I'm not
In
going
the
anywhere.
Ace scenario,
I'm
he
the only
does.
cop left alive in this
Yeah.
building.
What?
I can't remember what happens to him in
Look,
this
if you
scenario.
want to live, then you're gonna have to leave with me.
Doesn't he get impregnated in the other one?
Do
Yeah.
you even know how to get out of
And
the
then he
city?
rips apart.
There's a kennel in the
Swiss
back.
cheese.
So I
of the
think
building.
in this one he just
Inside
stabs
the
him.
kennel is a manhole. Go through and it'll lead you to the sewer entrance, but it won't be easy.
All right, I'm going.
Spoiler alert. These bars won't save him.
He breaks through the wall. I don't even know how the ESRB can like actually do context for their ratings without taking up a lot more of the box than they do. But that's not my responsibility. It doesn't change the fact that they should definitely come up with something. Honestly, what they should do is just, like, on the back of the box under their rating, just be like, go to this webpage to find this game and get context behind the rating. So you can have your, like, violence, blood and gore, strong language underneath, like in a box, and then have a link you can go to explain, so for them to explain why they picked the rating they picked. Which they might already do, I don't actually know. But I know it already. I do know they don't account for the context behind the content already.
It's like, I don't know how complicated it would be for them to do this, but maybe just have like a star system of how violent it is. So it's like, for Outlast, it have like violence and then have like a 4-star underneath it out of 5
Yeah,
or something.
or something like that. Or even just like, if it's a game that covers topics that are usually considered like sexual assault, rape, that kind of thing. The heavy topics. Just put like a fucking star next to your rating.
Yeah.
That means watch out, there's heavy themes and it's not just mindless violence.
Yeah, triggering themes. Like, kind of like how, well, at least Doki like gave you that warning before you even played, and you had to agree to that warning.
The worst part about that is it ruined the thing. It kind of ruined the surprise.
Yeah, it did, but at the same time, I'm glad they did that. You know. It's
Yeah, it is definitely a good thing they did it. Part of me really wishes they found a more conspicuous way to do it.
I agree. It's like, because of that warning,
You know
plastered everywhere.
You know that you gotta be like careful.
Yeah, that something bad was gonna happen. You didn't know what, you didn't know when, but you just knew it was gonna happen.
Maybe, like, part of the problem is they listed, if I remember properly, some of the like things that would upset people potentially. Maybe they should have said if things easily upset you, or particular things upset you, you just shouldn't. Because there are people. The game's basically geared towards people like me, who basically just don't give a shit. You know, you throw whatever you want at me, and in the moment it'll catch me off guard, but I'll never be like, oh god, I can't handle, like Outlast, I can't handle all the dicks. I didn't have the problem. Whatever.
All the dicks.
Flash me all you want, game, you're not gonna scare me. It takes more than that to scare me, that's not true. It scared the shit out of me, but it didn't have a lasting effect on me.
Like, you weren't traumatized by it.
I was not traumatized by it. I have had no bad experiences that have a lasting effect on me that would upset me with. And unless I'm repressing something, but obviously it's not bad enough that I remember. So I can just tackle whatever, you know, messed up shit you want me to. It doesn't matter, it doesn't matter to me.
Go ahead, save. Yes. Because there's something coming up that I could easily die. Okay. But yeah, they need to... I don't know, they need to do something with the ratings.
For the most part, I usually agree with what they're rated. But sometimes I don't, and even then, I don't usually agree with why they're rated M, or T, or E, or whatever. Because, especially when it comes to, like, kids, I think context is very important.
Yeah.
A lot of people kind of skimp out on it, but explaining the context behind what makes something so bad is important. It's very important. And a lot of times I think it gets kind of brushed over as, well, I'm the parent, so just do it. And it's like, well, no, there's context here. Tell the kid the context. They won't get it yet. They'll have no idea. But they'll eventually get it. And that's important, and that's, like, everything's that way. If they ask a question, I feel like you should just answer the question. Because they'll have no idea what the answer means. Kids like, how's the sun made? You explain to them what the sun is. They'll have no idea.
Yeah.
But then they get to, you know, science, like, 8th grade science class, and the teacher's like, oh, it's a big ball of gas, and the kid will be like, oh, shit! That's right! I knew that!
Yeah, that's really
And then the context would work the same way, you know? You get the context behind why something is so bad, and then they hear about it, and they're like, it's bad because this happened. So we should hate this person or this thing for doing this, you know? Ah, that's a fucking moth. Hello. That scared the shit out of me. That's what triggers me right there.
Giant bugs.
Fucking bugs. Let's get like 8 of these tissues here. You gotta go, mister.
Like, go away, moth.
Ada?
Into the trash can, because you're just a moth, and if you're still alive, then you can get out. I don't really care.
My name's Leon.
Moths don't bother me
I'm
that
the
bad.
RP.
Or gnats, or whatever that thing is. Just a little winged bug.
It's a dead end.
It's a dead end.
You think we can get upstairs through this shaft? Give me a boost. I'll go and check.
We spent a lot of this episode just talking about rating systems.
Yeah, we did.
We can get some interesting conversations in there every once in a while. He got a straight view up her skirt.
She's wearing tights, but so it's okay.
Unless they're actually tight.
How cute. That
I know
little girl
Ashley
must have
makes a
dropped
big
this.
deal out of it.
I think I'll hold on to it for her.
How cute.
How cute.
And then suddenly she's wearing it.
I wonder if someone's gonna find this and call me an idiot for my opinions.
Well, they're an idiot.
Yeah, you hear that? Stop your comment, you're an idiot.
Everyone's entitled to their own opinions.
But I'm still allowed to think your opinion is shit if it's shit.
Juke.
That's like an important distinction. You're entitled to that opinion all you want. But I'm also allowed to think it's bad. And if someone wants to think my opinion's bad, I'm pretty okay with that. You can think my opinion's bad. I'm okay with that.
Oh, yeah, so... I want to check the picture.
It's a picture taken fairly recently. That's Ada and a dead scientist from the first game. Her portrait is derpy as hell.
Yep.
I've been using the internet for a long time, so I'm really used to people being like, your opinion's shit.
Yeah, I see that a lot too, like, in forums and also on YouTube.
Yep. Oh, YouTube's worse than any...
Opinion wars.
YouTube comments are usually worse than any
Didn't juke.
forum I've seen. Forums are, from my experience anyways, I've been on a couple. You know, they usually have more, unless they're like really, really, really big, they usually have more like, what's the word? Like, thoughtful discussion? Less volatile? There's a word.
Diplomatic?
Kinda? Sort of like, yeah, it's like, whatever. They have less insulting conversations usually on forums. Otherwise, everyone I've been on has just been like, hey, I don't agree with your opinion, and here's why. And they're just like, oh, well, sorry. But here's why I don't agree with your disagreement. And then it goes on, and then everyone's just like, alright.
Yeah.
But YouTube comments are like, hell.
It's like, I don't agree with your opinion, and they're like, F you!
Eat pant. And then they're like, oh no, told me to eat pants. I want to stream LA Noire one day, because I love that game.
Oh, you should.
Either I play it or you play it, either way. But there's a string of cases where the dead bodies have no clothes.
Oh.
So I'd have to, again, a game that very rightfully deserves to be rated M. Not because it's, like, violently immature, but it's really maturely done. But by that nature, the themes are also mature.
Why did I do that?
I don't know. Why'd you do that?
I don't know.
Combo!
Combo breaker. And I'm not going to bother healing her because I'm just about to
Um,
switch back to Leon.
But it's a really good game, and I like it. I have the Steam version, so it wouldn't be hard to do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna 100% it
Leon,
first, though.
can you hear me?
That's an excellent game, by the way.
Did you find anything?
I enjoy it immensely.
Right here.
Yeah, I have it on my wish list.
I recommend
Think
it
fast. Here's one more.
to a degree that I can't stop recommending it.
Hey, I can't reach the ventilation hole. I'm going to have to find another way around. I'll catch up with you later.
Bye, Ada.
What? Ada, wait!
Bye, Ada. Have a wonderful time.
Mm-hmm.
Leon, come in. I found the girl, and I've cleared the wreckage that was blocking the corridor.
Got it.
Got it. I will take the precinct key, and I will take the shotgun shells. Because I can. Hooray, huzzah. Let's see. Making pretty good progress, at least.
There we are. Hour 14, and we're already... What, we're nearing up halfway through?
Yeah, pretty much.
Not already there?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you can get through it really fast if you...
This is one of those speedrunning classics.
Mm-hmm.
People knock this thing down in like an hour.
Yeah, if you skip all the little notes that are lying around and don't
And
read
if you,
them.
I think if you play it on the GameCube version, you can like skip the doors.
Mm.
Which is pretty nice.
Yeah, because... Eh.
Splish splash.
Spish, 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 spish. I will go up the ladder.
But will you?
Yes. So I'm gonna come... Oh, I hear doggies.
Bork bork.
Now they're dead.
Rip rip. It's like bork bork, but rip.
Yeah.
Because the dog is rip.
Rest in peace. I used to feel bad about... Oh, hi. Hey! Jerk. Okay.
Used to feel bad?
Okay.
Hey, there's liquors in here. Watch out.
Yeah, he almost landed on my head. What's in here? Oh, red cookie. Okay. That's fine. I don't think there's any reason to go into that room because I left the machine gun, which I don't need,
Ho ho ho.
and all that ammo. It's not gonna let me get rid of the card? Do I need it elsewhere? Oh wait, is that Magnum ammo? Magnum ammo.
Magnum ammo. I could get that game and still have over $500 in savings.
Which one? The
The Hell game I was talking about.
I don't want that.
It's called Agony. You don't want another machine gun?
No.
No?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Alright. But I also have $100 to put away into my savings account, which would bump it up to 600, which means I'm kind of okay with spending like 30,
Yeah.
like just once, and then I'll be really boosting that up when I get to Arizona and get a job. Yeah, we follow up that ESRB discussion by talking about my life. Isn't that entertaining?
Hey. Stomp.
Get away from me!
Get away from me. How dare you?
How dareth thee?
How dareth thee? Nothing.
All my bank account has to do is make it till September. Ish.
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 You can do it.
Because then I'm closing it and... Because then can't have a bank account in Iowa and then open another one in Arizona and have two. I mean, I can, but that's like horribly inaccurate. Inefficient.
Yeah.
Unless I just left some money in it and let it grow over time and just didn't touch it, I guess. But I'd rather just have all my money in my primary bank, you know?
Yeah.
I hate summer. It's hot.
It's starting to get that way here.
It was like 93 today, and I was mad.
It's not like it's been kind of rainy though.
Well, I wish. Where you live, it's more of a dry heat, right?
Mhm.
So that's infinitely more tolerable to me than like the Midwest, where it gets muggy and just humid. Because that's when things start like sticking.
Mhm.
You know, you can't cross your arms without your arm getting like stuck to the fold in your arm. That kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I hate it. Dry heat, it's hot. I know. But it's just hot. It's not, my hair doesn't get all
Yeah,
pro-staticky. It's just plug on the air conditioner and the problems are solved. Also, it works wonders for my lungs.
Yeah, it's not like super hot, muggy.
I swear the mugginess increases the temperature to like 30 degrees.
It's terrible.
It's so bad.
But yeah, it's a very dry heat here.
The whole southwest part of the country is that way, basically.
Yeah.
It's something I'll have to get used to in Arizona. It's a weird where you can feel it hot, but it doesn't stick to you, I guess. Like when you go inside a building, you're just kind of like, oh yeah, it's nice in here now. But humidity sticks to you for a while, so you're just sitting inside this building dying a little bit. The Midwest kind of sucks. That's all I can say.
What am I doing wrong? Is it different for Leon?
Leon!
Man on a carriage, something's on the wheel. Light the queen, the king, and the jack. Queen, king, jack.
King Jack!
So, let's see. Queen. King. There we go.
There she is.
It's different for B scenario. Oh no!
Surprise! Bitch. I'm gonna take a nap. Thunk. Good night.
Good night. Really? That's all you have? Is handgun bolt? Okay. That's fine.
Good. Whew, it's so warm. Ugh.
He's like the Kool-Aid man.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll drink an apple juice.
Apple juice.
I have some blisters on my hand, which makes it really hard to open apple juice.
Why do you have blisters?
I have no idea. I have 3 of them on my hand, and I haven't done anything.
Oh,
Not today! Why would he make another hole?
you're gonna hit me, aren't you? No, ow.
His hand hadn't even, like, gone forward. Ouch. But it makes it really hard to open these bottles.
Yeah. My hands, have a habit of cracking, so...
What if I...
Because they get all dry and they start cracking, and then it's really painful, so they can't open bottles or things
The
like
corners of my nose do that, and it's really annoying, because it hurts. And I'm really bad at remembering to, like, use lotion, so sometimes I'll just wake up and I'm like, ah!
Yeah.
It also looks kind of gross, which is unfortunate. I can't get this bottle open. I feel like I'm a child again. I haven't had problems opening a bottle in, like, years. But I can't... I have no other way to open this thing.
Is it a plastic bottle or a glass bottle?
It's a plastic bottle. It's like just a little, like, 8 ounce little, 8 fluid ounce little bottle.
Where's my magnum ammo? Do I have magnum ammo? No, that's okay.
It's like as long as my hand. That's it. Ah, fuck, dude. That's it. I can't drink this. Never mind.
Can you, like, use your shirt to twist it open?
Oh, I can't get a grip.
Oh.
Shit. Hang
Or
on.
like
I'm
a washcloth or something?
gonna get my mom to open this for me. 1 second.
Alrighty. Oh, hi! Should be another one. Oh, nope. I want to use the key for this. Handgun parts. Yes. Even though I'm not using the handgun on this run.
My mother almost couldn't get it open.
It
was like-
stubborn bottle.
Yeah. I was like, I can't get it. She was like, oh, okay. Also, my, like, one of the, like, blisters on my hand just turned black, and I don't know what that means.
Ugh.
Like, the outline of it? I don't know. I don't know what that means.
I don't know either. Usually they turn white, don't they?
Yeah, because they start, you know, when they start going, like, not going away per se, but callousing, they'll turn white. This is turning black.
There's my handgun.
Ow. Shit. I'm a dead man. That's it. This is the first sign.
Custom handgun. Okay, is there anything else I need right now? I'll go ahead and save again, why not?
Might as well.
Should we stop or keep going?
It's up to you, I guess. You're the one,
Alright.
playing. I am down either way.
We will go a little while longer.
Just a little while longer.
A while longer.
A while longer.
We have to go see Chief Irons. Because Claire cleared the wreckage. Oh, if you start off with Leon, he doesn't come this way at all.
Leon!
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 Help!
Help! My hand actually hurt. Like, the blister actually hurts now.
Ugh.
I don't know what I did. I think I just broke my hand. Like, it's just broken now. That's it.
It's a tiger. It's a stuffed animal.
But tiss.
But lights on. Secretary. That's my only thing about this game. It's like, it doesn't matter which scenario you play, like, all the notes that you find are the same in each scenario. It's like, they could have added different notes for you to find in the different scenarios.
But would there have been different notes in that place, though? Like, the secretary doesn't just switch her diary out.
Yeah.
That'd be funny, though. Quick, he's gone. The other one's coming. Just, I'll put my second diary here and my fourth diary over there.
I don't know. It's just like, it's just kind of weird, because then you're just like, oh, I've read this already.
You do that in second playthroughs anyways, though.
Yeah.
I guess it could be like he notices something else. Like, oh, Claire noticed this diary, but I noticed this shipping order or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I think we get pretty much the story we need to get out of what we see, so.
Yeah. Okay, now we gotta go up to the clock tower thing. Now that we have the crank.
The quank. I'm gonna sneeze. Phew!
Oh, I also need this. Alright. I believe after this little segment, it probably will be halfway through, maybe a little more.
Yeah.
Making really good progress, so that's good.
We should try to finish it in 2.
Yes. We'll be able to finish it definitely next time.
Right on.
I tried to make this library in Minecraft once.
Sounds like a pain,
Kinda.
but also it'd be kind of fun. We should step it to the next level and try to make the entire police station.
Oh, that would be really awesome.
Wouldn't it? In creative mode, obviously.
Yeah.
Probably just make it like a flat plane and just build the police station.
I wish you could connect to people through Minecraft like you can through Terraria on Steam.
That'd be nice.
Instead of having to do like the whole like Realms thing or finding another way to do a server.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Like Realms is pretty stable, but I don't want to pay $13 a month to.
I also do not want to pay money to make a server.
I mean, if there was like enough interest amongst us, you know, but I would maybe do it since I'm not paying for any MMOs right now. But
I don't know. I think it'd be better to save that newly found money up.
yeah, for other games.
It's true.
Shortcut.
Geronimo! What if you got stuck?
I appear to be stuck.
Why else shit?
No! Get away!
Oh, he just gets smacked.
That's lame.
Nice. William Birkin, why? For some reason, I thought Mr. X killed him. Nope. So I wonder why he doesn't just impregnate him
Ben,
in this scenario too.
can you still hear me? Come on.
Yeah, there's really no reason for him not to impregnate him here.
I don't believe
In
this.
fact, it makes no sense that he gets
I
killed in
almost
both
got the
scenarios, different
story.
ways, near different people.
Mm-hmm.
Ben,
But again, that's just one of those instances where, in reality, the timeline is a mixture of both Leon A and Claire B.
Yeah.
chief of
In my head,
police,
Leon and Claire just meet at this point at the same time,
co-conspirator.
and both talk to this man. Which also means Ada and I guess Sherry are just kind of hanging out here too.
Make him
But you know, whatever.
hang in there, Ben.
Make him pay. Dead.
Also, I prefer the version where he gets impregnated because this guy's kind of a dick.
Yeah.
Leon.
Because, like, I don't know, the first and second game are. Is this different? No, it's not.
Yeah, William Birkin. It's the same thing.
The first two games have this
Where are you going?
weird thing where the timelines are kind of
chemical
split because
plant.
there was
I have
two
a feeling
pathways
that's
and they
where
were
I'll find John.
starring different characters and had
Ada,
different events.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
But the actual timeline for the series just kind of pretends both of them happened.
Yeah.
Are you still there? We're leaving.
I guess in Resident Evil
Are
2's
you
case, more like
crazy? The
both
streets
things
are still
happen
crawling with
concurrently.
zombies.
Because, like, Leon and Claire do the same things,
We found
but
a way to
the game
sewer.
timeline
Follow
pretends they
us
both
later.
did at least some of the things they did,
Claire.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
or something.
Man, why doesn't
Meanwhile,
anyone
Resident Evil 1, it's like,
listen to
yeah, Leon and Claire's scenario, or,
Jill and Chris.
yeah, them, that one, that lady, and that guy. Their scenario just happened. It's, like, at the same time, I guess?
I always thought of it as like different realities because like when you start with Chris, Jill isn't. Well, Jill is there.
That makes sense maybe in context of the game, but later games refer to events from both scenarios, which means they both had to happen in the timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, for example, Wesker gets infected at the end of the first game. In Chris's scenario,
Mm-hmm.
he gets stabbed to the chest,
Yeah.
but only in Chris's scenario.
Yeah.
The rest of the timeline has him infected, which means he had to get stabbed to the chest, like in Chris's timeline. But we also know both Barry and Rebecca survived, which means Jill and Chris both had to make it to the mansion, with Barry also making it to the mansion. And we know Rebecca survives, and we know she made it to the mansion for sure, because Zero happened.
Yeah.
And also, Wesker has an intense hatred for Chris, but not Jill.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes me think it kind of happened, like, Jill ended up getting kidnapped at, like, the very end of the game, basically. And then Chris rescued her and then fought Wesker or something. But otherwise, they were both just roaming the mansion at the same time. If not together in the actual timeline.
Hi, William.
Hey, buddy. Oh, you're, oh, heavens.
I have a pipe. kill me? Yeah!
Damn. He just beat you down.
Yeah, I quick saved.
That's
For
good.
that particular reason. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get my water bottle. Sure, real quick. Because he like hit me with the pipe, and then Leon was stunned and on the ground, and then he hit me again, and dead. Let's see. Rocket launcher.
So I like to imagine that Jill fought like every boss, but Chris fought the tyrant.
Yeah.
Chris is just like, you know what, Jill? Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'll get the tyrant. You kill everything else.
Yeah, this guy's easy. I'll have a magnum.
Are you okay? What's wrong with your arm? Why does it have a giant eyeball? Oops. He still hit me. Now he's just gonna piss off.
What if the remake gives the gun shop owner and the dead police officer a bigger role? Kind of like it did for Richard, because he got to survive if you gave him the serum in the remake, and then get killed later because he's, you know, doomed by Canon.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty neat.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with remake.
2.
Yeah.
The remaking.
The remaking.
Ada!
Ada! Where did you come from?
What was that all about? Running off like that was reckless and stupid. Those zombies are everywhere. Not to mention that thing that got Ben.
I was there, Leon. I know.
He's scolding her.
Look, Ada. As an officer, it's my job to look out for you. But we're not going to get through this alive if we don't work together. Okay?
All right. We'll do this your way for now.
You like my necklace?
Now.
Okay. Oh! Happy herbs. Don't necessarily need them right now. Okay.
We did the thing!
We did the thing! Sewer manager faxed. Yeah, we've read this one already. Where's my box? There it is. I'm just gonna go ahead and save it. And then we will call that a stream.
Woo! What are we at? An hour 45? An hour 41! That was real close.
And we will finish it next time. Hooray!
Yeah, we will. Remake will probably go equally as quick.
Yeah.
Words are hard.
It's late. Anyway.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.